But, I heard somebody yesterday talking about the long term, and he said, look, I may be in this for the long term. And my goal is to be, he was talking about a particular stock. I won't mention the stock he was talking about, but he was talking about a particular stock, and everybody was saying, you got to dump this stock. It's horrible. He was saying, look, I'm in it for the long term. I plan on keeping this for a year. And I'm thinking, I couldn't see the guy. I was listening on the radio, and I was thinking, what, is this guy like 22? Long term is a year? What are you, crazy? But, I used to make a joke that I won't be long before long term is a year, because long term is usually 3 or 4 years by most investors these days. Well, for 100 years, it was always 8 to 10, and I still believe it is. And I think that's what we've got to stay focused on. We can't be traders. We got to be investors, and we got to be in it for the long term. If we are in it for the long term, this may be the short-term volatility that we are experiencing may be great for long-term investors. It's not so good for the short-term traders. They're getting clobbered. Oh, well. They certainly understand that. If you are one of them, you ought to understand it too, or you shouldn't be doing it. And if you don't understand it, why are you doing it? If you don't realize that you could have short-term volatility that could just ruin your portfolio, well, then that is a problem.